Hello students, in today's class we are going to see the next topic in statistics called analysis of frequency distributions. So far we have seen the various measures of dispersions like standard deviation, mean deviation, right? Now we are going to learn how to compare the two different measures, right? See, the mean deviation and the standard deviation have the same units in which the data are given. So whenever we want to compare the variability of two series with same mean which are measured in different units, we do not merely calculate the measures of dispersion, but we require such measures which are independent of the units. So what they are about to tell here is, when we have two different set of measures and if we want to check their measures of dispersion, in that case we don't want to go with mean deviation and we don't want to check it separately. So we have another measure called coefficient of variation. It is called as coefficient of variation, which is independent of its units. So when we have two different set of data where they differ in their units, we can compare, even then we can compare its measures of dispersion using coefficient of variation. Whereas mean deviation and standard deviation can be calculated when they are of same units, right? So we can use coefficient of variation to check their variability measure. So it is denoted by CV. The formula for CV is sigma by x bar into 100. What is the sigma? Sigma denotes the standard deviation and x bar is mean, right? We are going to multiply it by 100. So if two data are given and if they ask you to check or find their measure of variability, you have to find its standard deviation and mean first, right? And with that we cannot give their variability measure, because even if they measure in their units, even if they differ in their units, right? Even if the two data differ in their units, you cannot provide their variability measure based on their standard deviation and mean, right? So you have to use the coefficient of variation formula, sigma by x bar into 100, in order to provide their measure of variability, even if they differ in their units, right? And for comparing the variability or dispersion of two series, we calculate the coefficient of variance. And how will you judge? How will you give your conclusion? If the series have greater CV, it is said to be more variable than the other. If the series has lesser CV, it is said to be more consistent than the other. If it has more coefficient of variation, that particular series is more variable than the other. If the series has lesser CV, then it is said to be more consistent. It is more stable than the other, right? And next we are going to see how to compare two frequency distributions with same mean. If they have same mean, then it is not necessary you have to calculate the coefficient of variation, because the CV formula is sigma by x bar into 100. If the x bars are going to be same, then it is enough to compare only the standard deviation. On comparing the standard deviation, we can conclude by checking their variability, right? So which series has more standard deviation will be more variable, and which series has lesser standard deviation will be more consistent than the other, right? Hope you got it. The only formula you have to remember is CV, which is sigma by x bar into 100, where sigma is standard deviation and x bar is mean. You know how to calculate the standard deviation and mean for the given data. If it is going to be a discrete frequency distribution, you know the formula. And it can be a raw data or it can be a continuous frequency distribution. So depend on the data which is given, you have to find the standard deviation and the mean, and accordingly you have to find the coefficient of variation, right? Hope you got it. Let us see few examples now. You may get questions of this kind. See the first question: two plants A and B of a factory show following results about the number of workers and the wages paid to them. So number of workers 5,000, here 6,000. Average monthly wages. Average monthly wages means mean, right? They have given you the X bar, and if we see the X bar is same. And the variance of the distribution of wages is 81 and 100. But to find the variability, they asked you to find which has a greater variability in individual wages. To find the variability, we need to find the coefficient of variation. For coefficient of variation, we need the standard deviation. But here they have given you variance. So from variance, how will you find your standard deviation? Standard deviation is square root of variance. This is sigma square. If sigma square is 81, sigma is going to be 9. Similarly, here sigma is going to be 10. Right, and one more thing here to be noted is the mean average is same for both the plants. So it is enough to judge the variability of two plants based on its standard deviation alone. We don't want to find the coefficient of variation, right? Which plant has more standard deviation will be more variable than the other, right? So here the greater standard deviation will have more variability. You can give your conclusion on this if they have the same mean. Let us move on to the second question. Coefficient of variation of two distributions are and their standard deviations are respectively. What are their arithmetic means? So you may get question of this kind as well. So in the CV formula, three variables are involved. CV, standard deviation and mean, right? Out of these three, any two will be given, and you may ask to find the other. So in this question, they have given you CVs and the standard deviations. They asked you to find the mean. The other way around also it may happen. So out of three variables, they may give you any two and they will ask you to find the other one. Right, so here CVs are given of the two distribution and the standard deviations are also given. So substitute in the formula, bring x1 bar to the other side and do the manipulations here and find what is x1 bar and x2 bar. That's it. Right. The next question, the following values are calculated in respect of heights and weights of the students. Can we say the weights show greater variation than the heights? The same way they asked you to find the measure of variability of the two series. One is height, the other one is weight. But if you check out, the mean differs. So we cannot judge it based on the variance. So you have to find the coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance is sigma divided by x bar into 100. Right? And on here it all involves the decimal numbers. So taking square root, multiplying everything, you have to do it. Yes, and then you have to perform the calculation, then check which has a greater CV. That particular series will have a greater variability. Right? Hope you got it. All the questions in the exercise are of the same kind and we have only 5 questions in this exercise. From the data given below, state which group is more variable. And if you check out, this is continuous frequency distribution. For a continuous frequency distribution, you know how to find the standard deviation and the mean. So first for group A, taking the marks as your interval and group A as your frequencies, you have to find the standard deviation and mean. Similarly for group B, you have to do. Then you have to find the coefficient of variation. Then you have to check. This problem is little bit involves more calculation. It like 2 problems you are doing it for a one thing. Yes, you have to do it much carefulness, right? And the second question is also of the same kind. From the prices of shares X and Y below, find out which is more stable in value. Here it is a what data? Ungrouped data, X and Y. That's it. From X and Y, they asked you to check which is more stable. So for raw data, for ungrouped data, finding standard deviation and mean is easier. Right? So you can find the standard deviation and mean for X and standard deviation and mean for Y. Then find the CV. Then third problem, they have given you the number of wages earners, number of wage earners, mean of monthly wages, variance. Mean and variance are given. So from this, they asked you to find the greater variability and which firm pays larger amount as monthly wages. Right? This is like the example which we have seen. They have directly given you the values, but for the first two things we have to find the standard deviation and the mean, right? The next problem, the following is the record of goals scored by team A in a football session. For a team B, the mean number of goals scored per match was 2 with a standard deviation 1.25 goals. So here, instead of finding the standard deviation and mean for both the series, they have given you directly the answers for one series and they have given you the data for the another series. So for team A, you have to find the standard deviation and the variance, standard deviation and the mean, and for team B, they have given you directly. So with this, you have to find the coefficient of variation, and then you have to say which is more consistent, not variable, which is more consistent, which has a less variable, less CV, lesser CV will be more consistent, remember. So after doing all your calculations, even if you fail to write the final conclusion, you will lose marks. So be conscious while giving your conclusion. Which series has more coefficient of variation will be will be more variable, right? And which has lesser coefficient of variation will be more consistent. Here they asked you to find which is more consistent. Therefore, you have to check out which team has lesser coefficient of variation. That team will be more consistent. And for the last problem, they have, instead of giving you the data, they have given you what is summation xi and summation xi square. This is also a kind of ungrouped data. Instead of giving you the data, they have given you the calculation, because these two things which we need to find the standard deviation and the mean, and n from here we can find out it is 50, right? So summation xi divided by n will give you the mean, and similarly standard deviation, you know the formula. So substitute in the formula, and for substituting in the formula, these are the only things we need. So find sigma x bar, similarly sigma y bar, then find the coefficient of variations. Which is more varying, they asked. So which has more coefficient of variation will be more varying, right? So I want you to do all these 5 problems as homework. So with this, let us wind up today's class. The only formula we have seen here is coefficient of variation, which is sigma by x bar into 100. So I want you to do all these 5 problems from exercise 15.3 as homework for today's class. And if you have doubts, you can ask me. Thank you, students.